Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You gotta chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. We're heading across the river. Wash your sins away in the tide. It's so, so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You gotta chase all your cares away. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. Chase your cares away. Hallelujah, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. We're gonna be going to the promised land. Heading across the river. Wash your sins in the tide. It's quiet and peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles, get happy. Your blues go away. Forget your troubles, get happy. Get ready for your judgment day. Come on, get happy. Chase your blues away. Hallelujah, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. Heading across the river. Wash your sins away in the tide. It's so, so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You gotta chase some of your cares away. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready, get ready, get ready for the judgment day. Someplace where there isn't any trouble. Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto? There must be. Not a place you can get to by a boat or train. It's far, far away. Behind the moon, beyond the rain. It's Billy's place. The vibe is light and breezy. Billy's place, it's an elegant speakeasy. Billy's place, I'm glad that you stopped by. Time to grab a libation from the shelf. Have whatever you want, you gotta make it yourself. Sit back, relax, I'll make your troubles fly. A musical trip, nothing complicated, and if you tip, that's appreciated. Good fellowship with no mask on our face. From apartment 5 right across the park, I'll be singing and swinging till it gets dark. Don't worry about finding a place to park, just park it at Billy's place. At Billy's place. Park it at Billy's place. Well, you seem to have parked it here at Billy's place. Welcome. I'm your host, Billy Stritch. This is the 6th episode of Billy's Place, and I'm so glad that you're here with me tonight. I'm ready to sing for you. I've been preparing this show all week, and I'm excited. So park it at Billy's Place. Good evening. I'm so glad you're here. I really am excited about the music I'm going to sing for you tonight. First of all, as you know, if you've been following along, we're going to celebrate tonight some of the music by the great Judy Garland. It was her birthday yesterday, and any time of the year is a good day to celebrate Judy, but we thought it would be a good idea for this episode of Billy's Place. So, of course, I opened with Get Happy from Summer Stock, written by Harold Arlen and Ted Koehler. And then I did that little fake out, that monologue from Wizard of Oz, into my theme song. Doug came up with that idea, and we were just laughing, putting that together. Anyway, if you followed me this far, you know that every week I have a signature cocktail. And this week, oh my God, look at this. Where troubles melt like lemon drops. This is a lemon drop martini. It is a little bit, it's icy and kind of like slushy because we made up a batch of them earlier today and put them in the freezer, and we froze the lemon in it too, so it'll keep it nice and cold. My friend Bill Pritchard had that same idea. So great minds think alike. And, you know, if you're having this, wonderful, but have whatever you want, like the song says. You just have to make it yourself. So I'm going to have a toast. Here's to you for joining us. Here's to all of us for an hour of music. And here's to the great Judy Garland. I think Judy would approve. Before I go any further, I also want to acknowledge a dear friend of mine, Christine Clifton, who sent me this lovely, lovely mug, this Billy's Place mug. I'm drinking some nice ginger tea. Keep my throat going. And also, this beautiful set of coasters. Look at this. Isn't this fantastic? I mean, like, I'm all of a sudden, I'm like a business. It's just fantastic. It's great. I'm so thankful to all of you. Anyway, have a drink. Have whatever you want. Make your drink now. And also, if you'd be so kind to share this broadcast on your Facebook page so that some of your friends who may not know about it might be tempted to tune in for a little while. We're going to move ahead with a song that this whole lemon drop, lemon twist kind of concept was an idea. The seed was planted by my friend Joanne Tatham because of this next song that was written by Bobby Troop. Here is a word to the wise, the top dietitians in town insist. The best source of vitamin C there can be is a lemon twist. Even the skeptic replies that here's a suggestion you can't resist. A cool drink with ice is improved with some slices of lemon twist. It is a merely circumstantial evidence that the lemon is a highly helpful citrus fruit. The most respected scientists agree with the physiologists that here's one fact you can't dispute. Why don't you open your eyes? Your psychosomatic ills won't persist. If quick like a rabbit you latch to the habit of lemon twist. It is a merely circumstantial evidence that the lemon is a highly regarded citrus fruit. The most respected scientists agree with physiologists that here's one fact you can't dispute. That's a lot of words. Why don't you open your eyes? Your psychosomatic ills won't persist. If quick like a rabbit you latch to the habit of lemon twist. If quick like a rabbit you latch to the habit of lemon twist. Waiter, don't forget that all important lemon twist. A lemon twist goes good with everything. I'll drink to that. If you just are joining me, this is Billy's Place, and I'm your host, Billy Stritch. Stick around for an hour or so. Oh, I forgot to mention we have something very special happening at the end of the show. My co-writer, Sandy Knox, she and I wrote the country song, Does He Love You, for Reba McEntire and Linda Davis. We wrote a new song, and I recorded it this past week with a fantastic singer from London who we've just discovered through this time of this pandemic. For some reason, she's popped out and she's doing a song a day. Her name is Debbie Wildman, and she is wildly talented. And Sandy and I have just fallen in love with her, as have so many other people. And so she and I recorded a song and made a little video. And at the end of the show, I'm going to give all of you a sneak peek of the video. It doesn't really officially come out until tomorrow. But I asked Sandy if it was okay, and she said, sure, put it out there. So we're going to do that for you at the end of the show, so stick around. I'm very excited about that. The next few songs are going to be requests. Don't worry, we're going to get back to Judy Garland very soon. But this is a request that I was going to do last week, and it kind of got bumped out. But my friend Sam Miro, who's been watching every week, I promised him this song, written by Frank Lesser and Julie Stein in 1941. And actually, there's a little story behind this. Frank Lesser played this song for his idol, Irving Berlin. And evidently Irving Berlin went on and on about it and said to Frank, it's the perfect song. It's a song that I really wish I would have written. And I can see why, because it really is kind of a lovely, perfect song. And this is for you, Sam. I don't want to walk without you, baby. Walk without my arms about you, baby. I thought the day you left me behind, I'd take a stroll and get you right off my mind. But now I find that I don't want to walk without the sunshine. Why'd you have to turn off all that sunshine? Oh baby, please come back, or you'll break my heart for me. 'Cause I don't want to walk without you, no siree. I don't want to walk without you, babe. Walk without my arm around you, babe. I thought the day you left me behind, I'd take a stroll and get you right off my mind. But now I find that I don't want to walk without the sunshine. Why'd you have to turn off all that sunshine? Oh baby, please come back, or you'll break my heart for me. 'Cause I don't want to walk without you, walk without my arms about you, no That's a good song. I Don't Want to Walk Without You by Frank Lesser and Julie Stein. Oh, good. I like doing that request. I love good requests. And as I've said on the shows before, if you have any requests, please write me in the comments or send me a Facebook Messenger somehow, because I like to do these. I'm doing about 5 or 6 requests for you tonight, and I will continue in the weeks to come. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great challenge for me to learn new songs and do them for you. So send them to me, anytime between now and maybe Monday, because Monday night, Tuesday is when I start to put together the show and really firm it all up. So I have a really exciting thing to talk about. One of my favorite, absolutely favorite musicians in the world, her name is B.G. Adair. And if you're not familiar with her, you absolutely should be. She has so much music out there. She's the most tasteful, delicious, beautiful chords. She just is exquisite, a wonderful pianist. And we met about 4 or 5 years ago, but I was a fan of hers before that. She works at Birdland. She works at Carnegie Hall from time to time. She has lots of albums out, and she has an online web show that I'm going to be on with her tomorrow. It's called Happy Hour with BG, and it's going to be on tomorrow night, Friday night, on YouTube, on her BG Adair channel on YouTube. It comes on at 8 o'clock for those of us on the East Coast. BG's in Nashville, so it comes on at 7 o'clock there. Do we have the information for that? Oh, Doug has put it up. We are getting very high tech, I have to say. If you've watched the weeks prior, you know that we have taken a giant leap forward. We've got a beautiful red wall. We spent the whole week painting it. It takes a lot of red paint to cover a white wall. So we put about 4 coats on it, and the wall goes a long way. So that's done, and we got some technology so we can actually add the captions and do all that stuff. I put my logo. It's up in the corner there. Oh, it's over in the, I'm sorry, Doug's pointing that way. It's in that corner because I didn't want it right to be on my head. So we made that decision earlier. And then right before the show, Doug said, you know what we can do with this? We can actually broadcast on YouTube at the same time. Well, we didn't make it in time, but next week we're going to be on all that as well. So we're just go, and we have a brand new camera that we got today. Who's watching us tonight? Do we have any fun people watching?
So many people are watching. Everything's working so far. I'm so excited.
I know, Doug is so thrilled. We spent the whole day going, oh my God, I hope things are going to work. Okay, Zuli Diaz is watching tonight. I don't know you.
Yes, you did. That's my friend Zuli.
Oh, Zuli. Oh, I didn't know your last name. Of course, I know Zuli very well. Joanne Tatham is watching. Did you like your song, your Lemon Twist song? Good. Chris Smith. Oh, Joanne's husband, Chuck, is a fantastic producer and writer for television. He's got a new show that I haven't seen yet, but it's everywhere. It's on Apple TV. It's called Central Park, and I can't wait to watch it. Chris Smith is watching from Provincetown. Lucy Arnaz is watching. Last week I did a song from They're Playing Our Song. I don't know if you were watching, but we talked about you. And Sue Cameron, also from Palm Springs, is watching. How wonderful to see all of you here tonight. I'll be going back and calling out a few more of you as the show goes on. In the meantime, if you're enjoying the show and if you're able to contribute, because as I've said every week, I'm really loving doing these shows, but these are really the only shows I can do right now. It's not time yet, even though they're lifting a few restrictions here and there. I certainly am not getting on a plane to go do my shows. Everything is pretty much canceled. So this is actually the only way that I get the music out there. And there are 2 ways that you can donate. Doug's going to throw that up on the board via Venmo at bstritch@yahoo.com, and also, oh, that's PayPal, and Venmo is at Billy-Stritch, and it's right there for you. So I greatly appreciate it because we bought a camera, we painted a wall, we got a new light, we're adding things week after week, and it certainly really does help because I want to keep doing this and upping the quality every week, right? So anyway, I'm going to take one more sip of this delicious cocktail because, oh, now it's see the lemon, the frozen lemon keeps it nice and cold. Everybody has a drink, I hope. So This was actually a very nice request that I got from my friend Joe Stanford, who lives in Dallas, and he's got excellent taste. Loves all the great singers, and he requested this song that I have loved, but I never really thought about it for me. It's a song written by Blossom Dearie and Mariah Blackwolf. I don't know who that is, but they wrote this song in 1970. It's been recorded by Carmen McRae, many other jazz singers, and it's a nice song. It's called Inside a Silent Tear. Inside a silent tear, I have a silent dream that sometimes sails across the patterns of my mind. But silence follows me and dreams just disappear. And then I find myself inside a silent tear. Sometimes I laugh too much to hide the emptiness, to lose the loneliness. I'm not the laughing kind. I can't say anything I really want to say. I guess I try so hard I stumble on the way. I'm always finding love when it's not meant to be. What is reality? And can it be defined? When you're a fool like me, it's never really clear. So you have silent dreams inside a silent tear. I'm always finding love where it's not meant to be. What is reality? And can it be defined? When you're a fool like me, it's never really clear. So you have silent dreams inside a silent tear. inside a silent tea. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. That was a nice request. I've always loved that song, and I never really thought about it for me, but I'm glad that you did. Here's another request from my friend Dennis Miller, who's been watching me week after week. He requested this song that I recorded on my very first CD back in 1991. Who remembers 1991? I barely do. But my first album that was called, strangely enough, Billy Stritch. What a title for that, right? I'm going to take another sip of my tea. I'm just going back and forth. Hot, liquor, cold, it's all good. This is a song written by Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg, 1937. When your world goes to pieces overnight, something's wrong, something's wrong. When you don't know your left shoe from your right, something's wrong, very wrong. When the clock sips tea as your head strikes 3, and you feel like you're in a Walter Disney dream, something's wrong with this entire scheme. Buds won't bud, breeze won't breeze, and do won't do. 1 and 1 ain't even 2. When the love you love won't love you. Buds won't bud, chicks won't chick, and nicks won't knack. Blue is white and white is black. When the love you love won't love back. On account, there's no accounting. When you can't bring your dream about, all your troubles keeping mounting, and the world is just a big blackout. When buds won't bud, breeze won't breeze, and do won't do. 1 and 1 ain't even 2. When the love you love won't love you. Buds won't bud, breeze won't breeze, and crow won't crow. Eeny, meeny's minus mo. When the love you love says hi-ho. Buds won't bud, notes won't note, and knots won't knot. T's won't cross and I's won't dot. When the hope you hoped goes to pot. On account, there's no accounting. Ever since you found out, all my moods won't mood, and my food won't food, and my ties won't tie, and my tears won't dry. And to make things worse, my heart is beating in reverse. 'Cause buds won't bud, breeze won't breeze, and do won't do. COD is IOU. When the dream you dream, and the scheme you scheme. When the dream you dream, and the scheme you scheme, simply won't come true. Buds won't bud. Harold Arlen, Yip Harburg. Thank you, Dennis, for that request. Woo, I worked up a little bit of a sweat. Okay, it's time for some water now. Who's watching us tonight? Do we have any more people? James Spencer is watching. Fantastic. Philomena L. Post. You're my Facebook friend, right? Yes, I know that name. That's a very memorable name. Rhonda Barkow is watching. Rhonda was my physical therapist years ago when I was in the Broadway cast of 42nd Street. I adore you, sweetheart. She was a friend of Grady Tate's, the great drummer. Diane Carter is watching tonight. That's great. I love that you're all here tonight. And if you just joined us, my name is Billy Stritch, and you're at Billy's place. Sally Mays is watching. Oh my God, Sally and I go a long way. She's a Tony nominee. She's one of the most fantastic actresses, singers, jazz singers. We went to college together years ago, and we were in my first group together. And I'm thrilled that you're watching, Sally. That's just great. Thank you so much. Water. Oh, that's good. That's very good. You having a good time? I hope you are. If you just joined us, please stay tuned to the end because we have a brand new video to premiere of a brand new song that I co-wrote with Sandy Knox, my co-writer, with me and Debbie Wildman singing, and we're going to put that on almost at the very end of the show. A couple more requests to go, and then we're going to go back to Judy Land. Here's a song. I've been getting requests as we've gone on to do some Peter Allen, and I was very fortunate and lucky. Well, I was a fan of Peter's. He was just fantastic. And I got to know him at the very end of his life. He had kind of reunited and reconciled with Liza. And it was when I first knew Liza. And I have very fond memories of hanging out 3 or 4 different times, just the 3 of us. And it was very sweet and wonderful. And he's unforgettable. He is a legend that no one will ever forget. The fantastic Peter Allen. He wrote this beautiful song with Carol Bayer Sager. My friend Fern Copeland Burr has been requesting Peter Allen, and so has Michael O'Hara. So why not? And I'll be doing more Peter Allen in the weeks to come. But this is the song that popped up for me this week. Leave while I'm in love, while I still believe the meaning of the word. I'll take my dreams and just pretend that you and I were never meant to end. Too many times I've seen the rose die on the vine. Somebody's heart gets broken, usually it's mine. I don't want to take a chance on being hurt again. And you and I can't say goodbye. So if you wake and find me gone, just carry on. I need my fantasy. I still believe it's best to leave while I'm in love. Too many times I've seen the rose die on the vine. Somebody's heart gets broken, usually it's mine. I don't want to take a chance on being hurt again. And you and I can't say goodbye. So if you wake and find me gone, carry on. You see, I need my fantasy. I still believe it's best to leave while I'm in love. I still believe it's best to leave while I'm in love. Beautiful song. Sad song.
You're making everybody cry, yeah.
Am I making everybody cry? Okay, I'm going to pick things up a little bit. If you just joined us, one more time, I just want to do the announcement about gratuities. If you're enjoying the show and if you're able to contribute, it's really greatly appreciated. Doug's going to put that up on the screen about the 2 ways that you can send a little something something. We'd appreciate it, and certainly don't feel obligated because I'm really enjoying getting this music out there. As I think I said this last week, I'm discovering that one of the positive aspects of this time we're going through is that I'm getting a chance to sing for a lot of people that I don't get to sing to very often. Friends of mine in Texas and friends of mine all over the country and all over the world that I don't get to see very often, or they don't get to New York very much. And here I am singing for you every week. And so I am really enjoying it. And I'm hoping that you're enjoying it too. And is that the dog in the background? Yes, the dog. Something fell. It's so dark in the rest of this apartment. We've got this cozy little corner, and there's like pitch black everywhere. And every now and then I hear a noise, and it's like, oh, that's a dog somewhere playing with a toy. I hope it's a dog, because literally we cannot see beyond the piano. But that's all that matters.
A studio audience.
I know, right? Yeah, there's no studio audience here. Anyway, we're celebrating Judy Garland tonight, so we're going to kick into that. Oh, before we do, Sam is watching. Sam Miro, I hope you'd like to request. Joni Rapp watching every week and here again this week. Michelle Johnson, fantastic that you're here. Joanna Gray from the Bay Area is watching. My friend who I met in St. Louis, great cabaret singer. And Kathy Gilmore, every week you watch me, and I appreciate that. I love having these regular people. If you can hit that share button, share. No, not that share. If I could turn back time. If you hit the share button, that means people that are your Facebook friends will see that you're watching it. Maybe they'll jump in and watch. Also, I want to say while I'm thinking about it, I have created a new YouTube channel. It's called Billy Stritch, strangely enough. And if you'll take a minute and go to that and subscribe, I'd like to build up some people there. And I'm downloading the shows as we do them onto that page. And also, if you've tried to friend me on Facebook, Facebook is very limiting how many friends you can have. But I'm seeing all the requests. Just follow me there, because everything I do will come to you. And if I haven't accepted your friend request, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. It's just that there's no room. I have to go through and ditch some people, but I haven't had a chance to do that. Anyway, we're going to jump into some Judy Garland. This is an arrangement that Judy did in the concert years, and it was arranged by the great vocal coach, Kay Thompson. Just in time, I found you just in time. Before you came, my time was running low. I was lost, the losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed, nowhere to go. Now you're here, and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubt or fear, I've found my way. For love came just in time. You found me just in time and changed my lonely life. That lovely day. Just in time, I found you just in was lost. The losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed. Nowhere to go. But now you're here. And now I know just where I'm going. No more doubt or fear. I found my way. For love came just in time. You found me just in time and changed my lonely life that lovely day. Yeah, you came along. You really came along and changed my life that lovely Dear, when you smiled at me, I heard a melody. It haunted me from the start. Something inside of me started a symphony and sing with the strings of my heart. 'Twas like a breath of spring. I heard a robin sing about a nest set apart. All nature seemed to me in perfect harmony, sing with the strings of my heart. Your eyes made sky seem blue again. What else could I do again but to keep repeating through and through? I love you, love you. I still recall the thrill. I guess I always will. I hope 'twill never depart. Dear, with your lips to mine, a rhapsody divine, sing with the strings of my heart. Your eyes made sky seem blue again. What else can I do again but keep repeating through and through? I love you, love you. I still recall the thrill. I guess I always will. I hope 'twill never depart. Dear, with your lips to mine, a rhapsody divine, singing with the strings. Sing with the strings, sing with the strings, oh my heart. Sing with the strings of my heart. That's the song that brought Judy Garland to MGM, the way I understand it. She sung that in vaudeville with her sisters, the Gum sisters, Frances Gum. And I think when she came to MGM, that's the song that she auditioned with, and it was like her first big song. And so that's kind of the one that started it for her. So we're all over the map with Judy tonight, doing some songs from the concert years. And of course, that was from her very early career. And now I'm going to do something kind of from the mid-career, from 1950. A great film. Yesterday, Turner Classic Movies played a whole bunch of Judy's great movies. And they played this one that I love. It's not really known as, well, if you love Judy, you love this picture, but it's not the first one that comes to mind. But it was Judy's last picture at MGM called Summer Stock. And it has a really great score written by Harry Warren and Matt Gordon, 1950. And this is a beautiful ballad that I've always loved from that movie, called Friendly Star. There's a star for everyone brightly shining in the sky. It seems to be a part of our destiny. Every night I eagerly watch them all go twinkling by, but I can't seem to find the one the heavens assigned to me. Friendly star, where can you be hiding? Smile for me from out of the lonely night. Friendly star, my fate needs deciding. How I need the glow of your guiding light. I know that you are near, for I am strangely dreamy. And so if you can see me from afar, won't you kindly light my way? Lead me to my lover, just point her out and whisper, there you are. I know that you are here, for I am strangely dreamy. And so if you can see me from afar, won't you kindly light my way? Lead me to my lover, just point her out and whisper, there you are, there you are. Then my love, you will be standing there close to me. In your eyes I will see my friendly star. Friendly Star from Summerstock, written by Harry Warren and Matt Gordon. It's a beautiful, dreamy song, right? Who else is watching us tonight, Doug? Oh, Marilee Bradford. Oh my God, I love you, sweetheart. Oh, well, I'm very thrilled that you're watching. She knows everything there is to know. She and her husband know everything there is to know about music, especially in LA. Robert Wall is watching tonight. I promise you I'm going to do some Anthony Dooley for you in the weeks to come. Scott Barberino from my cabaret days, from back in the old days. Fantastic. Randy Roberts is watching from, I guess, Key West. I imagine you're in Key West, right? And Scooter Nicholson, oh my God, going back to Sugar Land, Texas, going back to a long time ago for me. If you just joined us, you're at Billy's Place. It says so right there, right? Am I pointing in the right direction, Doug? Perfect. He's giving a thumbs up. And you've joined us about halfway through. If you're enjoying the music and you're able to contribute a little something to our cause to keep everything going. The wall, the screens, the new camera that we're breaking in tonight, the lighting and everything, and
The
this
booze!
and the booze! Oh my God! Speaking of booze, cha-ching! All right, here we go with the lemon drop martini. It really is good. I have to take it easy with these because it gets warm here in Billy's place. I gotta say. Mm. Did I make a slurping noise? I didn't mean to.
That's okay.
Oh, it's very tasty though. So if you're able to contribute, Doug's thrown the places where you can do it on Venmo at Billy-Stritch and on PayPal at bstritch@yahoo.com. And we love doing this show every week. I'm really having the best time. This is our 6th week. And as I said earlier in the show, if you have any requests for future shows, just let me know. Put them in the comments or write me on Messenger. In the meantime, my friend Dennis Carr requested, as if I wasn't going to do this music, but he was saying, be sure and do music from the great film A Star is Born. And so, of course, I'm going to do that. That, to me, is really the best. Well, it's hard to pick a best. I mean, Wizard of Oz. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's Doug's favorite of all time. Meet Me in St. Louis is really right up there, too. And if I had to pick 3, I would
Judgment
say...
at Nuremberg.
Shut up. Doug's been drinking the drinks all week. He said Judgment at Nuremberg. Well, The Clock is another one I like. Presenting Lily Mars is another one I like. I mean, there's not a bad Judy Garland movie. But if I had to pick the top 3, the third one would be the fantastic adaptation of A Star is Born from 1954. Beautifully directed by George Cukor and produced by Judy and Sid. Sadly, when it came out, everybody knows this story. They tried to get more show times into the theaters, so they cut it up, and it never has really been reconstructed to exactly what it was meant to be, because there's still a few minutes of that footage that has never turned up. But certainly it had a terrific score by Harold Arlen and Ira Gershwin, and beautiful performances by James Mason and Judy. And Judy Garland, definitely, this should have been her Oscar. Of course, we all agree with that. I think Grace Kelly won that year. It's not a bad movie, but this was the movie that Judy Garland should have won the Oscar for. Anyway, I'm going to do 2 songs for you now from the great score of A Star is Born. If as and when you got a long face, rearrange it. Don't be contented with the wrong face. There's a way to change it. Does the day look painful? Is the future glum? Does the sky look rainful? Hey there, say there, are you in a vacuum? All that stuff and nonsense you can overcome. A long face gets you nowhere. You'll lose that sky of May, month of May, like Peter Pan, the sweeter Pan wins the day. Go lose that long face, that long face. Go on and get that long face lost. The blues black out when they can see a sky that moves beyond no vacancy. This fantasy idea I'm handing you without any cost. There isn't any tax on it, so just relax on it. If you want trouble, double cross. Don't give into a frown, turn that frown upside down, and go and get your long face lost. panacea idea I'm handing you without any cost. There isn't any tax on it, so just relax on it. If you want trouble, come across. Don't give in to a frown. Turn that frown upside down and go and get your long face. Get your long face. Go, go, go and get your long face. Yes. Get your long face lost. From the same movie. How wonderful that I'm beholding a never, never land unfolding, where we polish up the stars and mountains we move, in a life where all the pleasures we will prove. It's a new world I see, a new world for me. The tears have rolled off my cheek, and fears fade away every time that you speak. A new world, though we're in a tiny room. What a vision of joy and blossom and bloom. A newfound promise, one that will last. So I'm holding on and I'm holding fast. You brought a new world to me, and that it'll always, always be. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dream that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't Probably the most famous Judy Garland song, and I just read someplace that it really is about the most popular song from all of moviedom, all of the great musicals, and quite reasonably so. Written again, the same team that wrote A Star Is Born. Well, the same composer, Harold Arlen. Harold Arlen wrote Over the Rainbow with Yip Harburg. He followed her throughout her whole life. Wrote for her early in her life and late in her life, and it was kind of a good luck charm for Judy. Anyway, it's so wonderful to sing that song. You know, that's a song that I've never really sung live before. Of course, I've known it my entire life, but it's wonderful to sing it just for you in the intimacy of Billy's place. If you're enjoying the festivities, we have a little bit more to go, and Doug's going to throw that up one more time where you can throw us a little cut. Really? Really, Doug? Really? Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay.
I had to break that moment. Everybody's crying. That was so beautiful.
Okay,
That
good.
was gorgeous.
That's good then. I said Doug's going to throw it up. He's making a throwing up noise. That makes me feel really good. Thank you. That's Doug wheezing in the background. I heard the dog back there. Dog's wandering around in the dark. It's so weird in here. I mean, truly, it's like totally dark, and it's just you and me and Doug and the dogs. And anyway,
wonderful people out there.
All those beautiful people out there in the dark. Exactly. So Doug has put up on the screen where you can throw a contribution our way, and it goes toward, of course, making this show better and bringing it to you week after week. And also, again, requests. If you have requests, send them to me in the comments or through the Messenger app. Okay, so early on the show, and I promised you that I was going to give you a premiere of a brand new song. Well, it's actually a song that Sandy Knox and I wrote a while ago. But Sandy came to me a couple months ago and said, you know, I think this song might be something. We didn't think much about it at the time. And then we revisited it. And it turns out that actually we kind of liked it. And we thought that it was going to be good. And we've discovered this fantastic singer through this experience on Facebook. She lives in London. Her name is Debbie Waldman. And
Debbie's watching. Yes, Sandy's watching.
Oh, they're both watching. Debbie and Sandy are both watching. Debbie's been putting a song out every single day. And she's a fantastic singer in her own right. But she's also the most incredible mimic. And she's able to embody the personas and the voice of lots of really iconic singers, not the least of which is Judy Garland. A couple of days ago, I provided a piano track for a Judy Garland song called I Could Go On Singing that she released. Do you have the picture of Debbie as Judy Garland? Did we put that up there? Let's put that on the screen for people to see. You can see how amazing she is. It going up there?
It's up, yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's Debbie as Judy. Of course, she's, it's just fantastic. You have to check her out on YouTube. Anyway, Sandy and I wrote this song called Since You Left New York. And we recorded it just in the last couple of weeks. And Sandy's great team in Nashville edited it and added a little drum track and a bass track. and made this video. And so it's premiering tomorrow, and we're going to actually attach it to a couple of our favorite charities, and I'll be announcing that on Facebook tomorrow. We each have picked a charity that's very dear to us, especially in the midst of this pandemic that we're going through. So when you see this tomorrow, and if you like the song, and if you're able to donate to one of those causes or any cause that you like, please do so. But you're very lucky because you get to see this for the first time. This is called Since You Left New York, featuring Debbie Waldman and me. Let's hit it.
They turned out the lights on old Broadway. They stopped playing jazz in the cabaret. And rumor has it that the plaza closed its doors. And down in the street, cabbies won't blow their horns. Oh, that's how it's been since you left New York.
In Central Park, the birds refused to sing. And I heard the flowers have decided to cancel spring. And that Manhattan moon lost the shine it had before. And I can't see the lights of the skyline anymore. That's how it's been since you left New York.
The busiest city is the loneliest town. Oh, because you've gone away.
I walk in a daze. It's so hard to get around. And that's how it'll be till you come back to stay.
No New Year's Eve in old Times Square. No reason to celebrate if you won't be there.
So much to do here, but it's all become a bore. Even the lady in the harbor has turned down her torch.
Oh,
That's how it's been
since you
left New York.
in a daze. It's so hard to get around. That's how it'll be till you come back to stay. No New Year's Eve in Old Times Square. No reason to celebrate if you won't be there. So much to do here, but it's all become more. Lady in the harbor, she has turned down her torch. That's how it's been since you left New York. That's how it's been
And back to you.
Isn't that exciting? Oh my God, you guys are the first to see that. I'm so thrilled that I could premiere that for you guys tonight. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Debbie is fantastic. Sandy Knox put it all together. I'm just so proud of this, and like I said, we're going to be premiering it officially tomorrow and attach it to some charities. So hopefully we can raise some money for some people who are trying to do some good work in the midst of this COVID-19 crisis. Anyway, I hope you had a good time at Billy's place tonight. Boy, I had a great time every week. It's more and more fun for me. This is the 6th week, and I'm just ready to do it all over again. Actually, I need to sleep all day tomorrow after this. This is a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. And I appreciate all of you for watching, and I hope that you'll continue to watch. Tell your friends about it. As we said, next week, I think we're going to try to get it up on YouTube at the same time. We're trying to build the brand and build it up. But thanks to all of you who've been watching from the very beginning, and all of you who have just tuned in now. And wow, who better to celebrate than the great Judy Garland. I want to thank my producer and my partner, Doug Major, for working so hard to make all of these new elements work. My logo in the corner and the captions and everything, and putting that video up. And I mean, he just said to me as the video was said, I want to cry. I'm so happy that all of it worked tonight. So, and I do too, because it's very exciting. You know, who would have thought a few months ago? I realized that today it's been exactly 3 months since my last gig out of town, which was in Palm Springs, Lucy, Sue. It was March 11th, and this is June 11th. Aren't you glad I told you the date? Anyway, 3 months in, hopefully we'll be opening things up fairly soon. But until then, I will be here every Thursday night to sing for you at Billy's place. I'm going to close tonight with a song written by my good friend, John Mayer. John Mayer is somewhat of a legend, especially in Judy Garland circles, because John actually played for Judy, and they were good friends, especially in the last couple of years of Judy's life. John played piano for Judy. John wrote After the Holidays that Judy Garland sang on The Tonight Show. And he also wrote this next song that Judy sang at the London Palladium and a lot of her concerts in the last year of her life. And I'm going to leave you with this lovely thought. Johnny, thank you for the song. I'd like to hate myself in the morning and raise a little hell tonight. I've got the urge to carouse and maybe raise a few brows, cut loose and pull all the stops out. Who cares if they call the cops out? I'd like to wake at noon feeling guilty and know somehow that something isn't quite right. I just might hate myself in the morning, but what a lovely time I'll have tonight. I'd like to hate myself in the morning and raise a little hell tonight. And from my first double gin, I'll give new meaning to sin. And from tomorrow's front pages, you'll find me acting outrageous. I'd like to wake at noon feeling guilty and know somehow that something isn't quite right. I just might hate myself in the morning and wonder who I kiss and wonder wonder who I missed. I just might hate myself in the morning. But what a lovely time I've had tonight. Thank you very much. Have a great week. Be nice to each other. Call a friend. I'll see you next Thursday. Good night.